What is up, amigos? My name is Rocky, and today we're going to be talking about who I think the 27th character is for Overwatch. Now, I don't usually make videos like this, or news videos in general, but this is just a theory that's been hitting home for me, and I want to put my thoughts on record and get them out there so I can tell all 4 of my Twitch followers, ha, I told you so. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe to this video, and check out my other stream highlights and montages. But without further ado, let's just jump right into it. No bullshit, no 5-minute stall, no none of that. Let's just get in deep. So all the credit for this theory goes to Reddit user Taylonic, who perfectly lined up a potential voice actor to the theorized hero. The hero in question is Sanjay Korpal, an executive in the Vishkar Corporation and Symmetra's boss. From what we've seen in the comics, he's an eager, power-hungry man who will stop at no cost to achieve his goals. Ambitious and ruthless sound to me like the perfect villain and potentially another claw in Talon's gauntlet. What's more interesting about this theory is that Taylonic lined up his evidence to show that Karthik Srinivasan could be the voice actor for this character. Karthik is a trained voice actor with an impressive resume. Karthik recently followed Andrea Toyas on Twitter, who happens to be Blizzard's senior casting and voice direction. He's also friends with Anjali Bhimani, who is the voice actress for Symmetra. This means that they're characters that have awesome and instant chemistry together, whether it be in-game or maybe in a potential animated short. Oh man, I'm getting so excited about this. If you follow any of the voice actors for Overwatch on social media, you should know that they're all super close, one of their more vocal figures being Anjali. Bringing another voice actor into the inner circle is suspicious and pretty awesome if you ask me. Also because, come on man, he's Indian. Tujhe dekha to ye Jaana, Sanam. Do you have any idea how excited I am for an Indian hero? This isn't an Overwatch news channel at all, or even a gaming news channel. I wouldn't make a video about this at all. Shoot, I make montages and stream highlights of me being a bumbling idiot in video games and an absolute potato. But this character could be Indian, and I'm so on board with this. I mean, sure, Symmetra's Indian too, don't get me wrong, but this is kind of one of my problems with Overwatch, is that Symmetra's such an odd character in the world of Overwatch. I mean, as of recording this video, she hasn't even seen any playtime in the Overwatch League. She's so fun as a character and I love to play her, but I'm kind of whatever about the pragmatic corporate executive whose vision of the world consists of, 1984 order and structure. And like, of course, the Indian character is an anal autistic nerd who's super smart. So for me, getting a multi-dimensional character that I share an ethnicity with is a big deal. I'm super invested in this theory, and I call it, oh man, okay, I'm saying it right now. If I call this, and if I'm correct, I will get my next golden gun for Sanjay. You heard me. I don't care about his abilities, or what his playstyle lends himself to, or what kind of hero he is. If Hero 27 is Sanjay Korpal, I will be getting my golden gun for him. I will probably regret it, but fuck it. Hold me to it, YouTube. Hold me to it, Twitch. Everyone, Twitter, guys. If I'm right, I'm getting the golden gun for him, and it's happening. Anyway, now I do want to say this though. If his personality trait is that he is an Indian corporate asshole that only cares about himself, then yeah, that's also a big, pretty Indian stereotype, I'll give you that, but it's an in-house stereotype. I mean, that's like me saying part of Sombra's lore is that she replaced health packs with Vicks when she hacks them. Point is, it's serviceable, and I dig it, rather than, here's our Indian character, they're super smart, they're antisocial, and their totes have autism. Take it and go. So once again, shout out to Taylonic for drawing the lines between the dots for all of us, but I want to throw my hat in the ring now and talk about my predictions for this character. So let's say the 27th hero is going to be Sanjay. What kind of character would he be? Well, when Jeff Kaplan was asked more details about the character, he said it would be, quote, meta-changing, and that they haven't done any sort of playtesting as of recently without Hero 27 on either one or both of the opposing teams. That's a huge deal. That means that this hero is going to start becoming integral to our new meta, that we're going to start seeing a shakeup, and that we haven't really seen a big shakeup in quite some time. We've seen some reworks, but overall the idea of Overwatch is kind of the same. You kill Mercy when you see them, you always target healers, DPS players kill things, tank players make space. There's not really a whole lot of variety in terms when you think about the kind of playstyle that there is. And sure, we have 26 diverse heroes that we can make different play pools out of. But besides that, none have really caused a shakeup in the meta. Sombra definitely hasn't. Ana did, but Ana has been nerfed a little bit. Doomfist definitely has not. Orisa has kind of been an alternative to Reinhardt, so I guess it's kind of made Reinhardt not the go-to tank, but that doesn't really mean that's meta-changing. When I think of meta-changing, I think of, well, I'm going to get to that in a little bit. The idea is that this is going to be a hero that changes how we play Overwatch from now on. So what kind of effect does he bring to the table that's so game-changing? By the way, if he is this game-changing, maybe getting a golden gun for him won't be such a bad idea. So I think Hero 27 is going to be a tank. Tanks and support characters kind of have a rough rap in Overwatch, being very outnumbered by all the DPS characters. It seems that Blizzard may want to start balancing this ratio. A tank hero isn't too far off, maybe even a defense hero that's sort of like a soft tank, maybe like Mei, but yeah, I think he's going to be a tank. Now again, this is all speculation, but what if either the tank's secondary or ultimate ability is some sort of anti-effect that stops healing? When you say meta to me, and this is what I was talking about before, when you say the word meta, I think of, when you break it down, the most effective tool available, meaning that the community of players have unanimously decided through metacognitively doing trial and error that this is a character or a combination of characters that is the most optimal to seize a win. And when I think of that, I think of Mercy. Mercy just received a devastating nerf about a week ago, and making all of her resurrect times 1.75 seconds despite being a Valkyrie or not, and also Valkyrie is not receiving an extra revive in addition to speed reduction and basically cutting off her toes and coming to your house and stabbing you with Genji's sword. A lot of bad stuff happened with the Mercy nerf. Being a Mercy main for the good deal of my Overwatch career, I've noticed something lacking in the discussion of Mercy. Lots of people don't like how swingy she is in games. Her resurrect can turn team fights, but that's not why she's the best healer in the game. It's because she is the best healer in the game. And let me describe that. I mean, Mercy's healing output is far higher than any other support character by a long margin. Mercy's healing can let a teammate outlive an ultimate ability. Hell, when I heard of Valkyrie, I thought that was going to be stronger than Mass Resurrection, which turns out was right. Look, this is a big tangent, but bear with me. Most healers are proactive healers. Lucio, Zenyatta, Moira, they all activate the super ability to keep you alive. They're being proactive about their team and making sure their team stays in the fight. And does this to some capacity, but her ultimate is designed on capitalizing on a push. Mercy's the only reactive healer, meaning that her ultimate ability is a reaction to the team wipe. She would resurrect someone in response to all of them dying together. Changing it to Valkyrie gave her the flexibility of either being proactive or reactive, something that not a lot of support characters have. You can't pop a Zenyatta ult in response to your team dying. You can't pop a Lucio ult in response to your team getting wiped. Being able to out-heal your team though, and push, is proactive when you're using Valkyrie that way, and being able to rapidly get 2 reses was reactive. So being able to have that flexibility made her one of the strongest heroes and one of the most top-picked healers. It's not just her res, you have to look at her entire kit in general. When you look at the common factor, it's her healing. I made a video about getting my golden gun about a month ago, and I made this comment in the video.
She's still a must-pick in comp. Like, you can nerf her into oblivion as you can see, and it still works.
And a lot of people in the comment section made fun of me. And to my credit, I published that video like, what, 3 days before the announcement of the nerf, so like, rip me. But I still stand by what I said. I still see Mercy players in quick play and comp alike. I still see team battles being swung due to a timely Valkyrie, res or not. And it's because Mercy is still the best damn healer in the game. They haven't touched her healing rate. And just that means that when you're a Mercy player, you just need to be smarter about your positioning, you need to be smarter about who you res and how you res it. When you're into Valkyrie, you can only get 1 res, you res and then pop into Valkyrie, so then it's now a proactive ultimate. I don't think that she's a must pick as she was before, and I mean, as you can see, her pick rate has dramatically declined if you go to any of the websites like overbuff.com or anything like that, but she isn't bad. She's simply been reduced from amazing to good. And the reason I'm talking about Mercy and healers so much is because they're the backbone of the meta. I think that a lot of people think that a good Genji or Tracer can carry an entire team, but in my mind, in my personal opinion, I think the healer is the one that carries, because keeping your team alive in team fights is the key to leveling the skill cap of your team. Whether you have really good players mixed with really bad players, a good healer can level that and make them all a solid team and make them push together. Now, if I had to make an ability that would drastically change the meta, I would somehow find a way to specifically target healers. So here's my hypothesis. Imagine Sanjay. Let's go back to, remember, our 27th hero is a Desi-born corporate Indian. I love it. I live it. I think he's going to be a tank. So let's say if Sanjay had an ability that was like an AoE anti-effect, kind of like Ana's biotic grenade, but one-sided in a far greater range. This makes it so that the enemy team takes a significant amount of damage and cannot be healed for about, let's say, 5 seconds. That's huge. Sure, Lucio can speed boost his team to safety, and Mercy could damage buff, but the point is that most players would run for cover or to a health pack, even if they can't use it, and the effect reduces the healers to squishy targets for 5 seconds. The idea is that the ultimate makes space, scattering the team and breaking ranks, allowing for your DPS players to find and hunt down lone healers or weak DPS players, perhaps collapse on a pair of tanks that have no way out. This would be extremely meta-changing, and a super ability just as powerful and impactful as Mercy's ultimate. Too powerful? Probably, but I haven't really sat with this idea from a developer standpoint. But I mean, this is just me spitballing ideas out there and me joining into the conversation and me starting a discussion with you guys that there are different ways we can think about meta changing and about how to change how we play Overwatch, as opposed to saying nerf this, nerf that, remove this from the game, remove that from the game. What if we think about adding new things to the game that completely reduce the usefulness of other characters? It's just my idea. When I think about changing the games, I think about raising people up to levels or making something new that brings people down. It's just my thing. I like adding more than taking away. So those are my thoughts on who the next hero for Overwatch is going to be. I know that there's a lot of other theories. Some people think it's going to be Brigitte, that she may find like her own Crusader armor, and that'd be really cool. I wouldn't mind seeing like a second light tank Reinhardt with like dual wielding swords. Maybe having like her secondary ability being kind of like Genji's Deflect, where like she could temporarily shield ally from any fire or something like that. Also, I know people talked about the Queen from Junkertown, and maybe that'd be a thing. I don't really know. But the point is that we've seen this character before. That's one of the hints that Jeff Kaplan gave, is that we know who this character is. So I'm just going off of things that we've seen. If you'd like to learn more about Sanjay Korpal, I would highly recommend reading Symmetra's comic, and I'll have a link to it down below. But you can read all about her backstory, and at the end scene, you see Sanjay Korpal, and you only see him for a couple of panels, but you kind of see this like really ruthlessness in him, and this greatness at all costs that he has, and this like no regard whatsoever for innocent lives or anything like that. Just kind of a perfect, not even a villain, just like an asshole. I don't know, just someone ambitious, someone I can get behind and sink my teeth into as a character, as someone with lore and someone with feeling and depth. And also he's Indian. I'm biased. What can I say, man? And look, I am not joking about this golden gun thing. You think this is a game? You think this is a joke? See me when Sanjay comes out, and I will put up. Anyway, guys, let me know in the comments down below who you think the 27th hero is going to be. Let's get a discussion going. You can come into my stream. The stream link will be down below, and you can come talk to me about this video, see what you liked, see what you didn't like about it. Who do you think the hero is going to be? Do you have any cool theories? Anyway, I just want to hear from you guys. Let's get this discussion going. Let's start putting our ideas together and seeing who's right and who's wrong, and then who has really cool ideas and who has maybe some ridiculous ideas. I don't know. Anyway, that's all from me. Take it easy, nerds. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Take it to the bridge.